Hi friend, come on in. English muffins are easy to make until they burn on the outside and stay undercooked in the middle. Today, I'll show you a simple stovetop to oven method that fixes that and gives you those classic nooks and crannies every time. English muffins are one of those things we don't always keep on hand, but when we want them, we want them. This small batch comes together easily and you know they will get eaten while they are fresh. To get started, warm 1 cup of milk or buttermilk with 2 tablespoons of butter. You are not trying to fully melt the butter here, just warm it enough to get it started. It will finish melting as it sits, and this keeps the mixture from getting too hot. While that sits, combine 250 grams or about 2 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar or honey added to the milk, and 1.5 teaspoons of yeast. Give this a quick mix. You want it under 110 Fahrenheit or 43 Celsius so it doesn't inactivate the yeast. Pour the liquid into the flour and bring it together. This will be a wet, shaggy dough. Use a dough whisk, a bowl scraper, or your hand and mix until there are no dry spots. Cover it and let it rest for about 10 minutes. This short rest allows the flour to hydrate and the gluten to begin forming, which makes the dough easier to work with. And my favorite method when working with any dough. This is a high hydration dough, so instead of traditional kneading, use a stretch and fold motion. If you have a stand mixer, a paddle works well here. Otherwise, with a wet hand, lift and fold the dough over itself for 2 to 3 minutes. Cover and let it rise until doubled, about 1 hour. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface and divide it into 6 portions. Shape each piece into a ball, then gently press it flat to about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch thick. Keeping them thicker helps them rise upward instead of spreading out, which gives you that classic English muffin shape. Coat each piece, top and bottom, in cornmeal, either dipped from a plate or spread over a prepared cookie sheet. This keeps them from sticking and gives that classic textured exterior. Cover and let them rise again for about 30 minutes. They should be puffy, but not overly soft or collapsing. Preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius. At the same time, heat a large, heavy-bottomed skillet somewhere between medium to medium-high heat. You want a moderate heat, but not a high heat. A pan that can go into the oven works best here, but I have an option if that isn't possible. Gently place the muffins into the skillet, giving them a little space if possible. If they touch, let them set before separating. As they cook, rotate them occasionally. Most stoves have hot spots, and turning them helps keep the browning more even. Once the bottoms are nicely browned, flip them over and transfer the entire skillet to the oven. Bake for about 7 to 10 minutes. The second side will continue browning while the oven gently cooks the interior through. This stovetop to oven method solves the most common problem with English muffins. The stovetop gives you control over the crust, and the oven finishes the inside without drying them out or burning the outside. If your pan is not oven safe, preheat a sheet pan in the oven and transfer the muffins onto it after flipping. To open them, do not use a knife. Instead, pierce around the edge with a fork and pull them apart. This creates those nooks and crannies that make English muffins so good at holding butter. This dough is intentionally wet, and that is what creates the texture. You get a soft interior with those irregular pockets and a lightly crisp cornmeal-coated exterior. They are perfect for breakfast sandwiches, mini pizzas, or just toasted with butter.